think spring has officially arrived. It has been sunny a few days every week. It has been really tempting to go outside and just plant everything in my garden. But I digress, and I remind myself that we still have a few weeks left in April where we could get some more frost. And so right now, I'm only concentrating on a few different things that can be cold hardy and stay outside even if it frosts. But other than the garden, we are having a few more additions to the homestead. Over the past couple weeks, we have been slowly adding rabbits and chicks and other different things to the homestead for our 2018 livestock. Just this past week, we picked up a rabbit from some of our favorite friends up in Michigan, Independence Acres Homestead, and he brought us a beautiful buck that will go really well with our 2 Californian does. Now, we won't be breeding them until May, probably middle May, but we're really excited to have baby rabbits as a sustainable meat source on our homestead once again. We've also added a few Buff Orpington chicks and light Brahma chicks. I could not pass them up at the farm store. I mean, come on. How can you pass chicks up at the farm store? Besides that, we in May will also be adding French Black Copper Morans from really exceptional bloodlines, and we'll also be adding a few different types of chickens throughout the year. Now back to the garden. So over the past few years when we've lived here, we knew that we had to reseed and regrade our entire backyard area. Where our backyard is where our basic minimal pasture is, and that's where our chickens free range for most of the day. The chickens have been cooped up and we have been busy regrading and reseeding the backyard, with big thanks to my brother-in-law Ryan, who brought his tractor over to move some fill dirt and get that stuff out of the way. And so we can concentrate on planting pasture grass and creating a really good root system for our backyard, whether it's for our chickens or whether we move in a couple years and it's for someone else's chickens. We planted a mixture of pasture grass, different types of things. I can't even name them all. I don't know what all was in there, but I know that I'm really excited to see it grow and just flourish right before our eyes. With the removal of the fill dirt, it allowed me to expand my garden this year, which I'm super excited about. My kitchen garden was very small last year, but it produced a lot. We got about 15 tomato plants, multiple gallons of green beans, multiple different things that we got from our garden last year, and we really enjoyed our small kitchen garden. This year we're doubling that space so that we can get double the food out of it, and I am already really excited planning my canning season, canning my preservation, and everything that comes along with the kitchen garden. Our seeds that we planted in the last video are germinating really, really well. My oregano seeds are really doing good. I was concerned because they're so small. My thyme is doing great. All of our tomatoes and peppers, most of them, we've gotten about a 90% germination out of all of them. So I'm really pleased with how those seeds are coming along. Now we probably won't be able to set these out until the beginning of May. So they still have quite a long ways to go inside the house. Besides the indoor seed germination, we have some outdoor seed germination as well. I took this time to plant some cold hardy crops like peas, radishes, carrots, garlic, onions, and different other varieties of things that some of them are even new to me this year that I've never tried before. I'm very busy planning my garden expansion for this year. There are a lot of great things that we can put in it with the extra space. One of the things that I did though is it was very important to me to add a good base of topsoil and manure to the new red clay soil that's out there right now. Virginia is notorious for having red clay mud, and it's not a bad thing. Red clay actually holds moisture a lot better than any other soil, but it can prove to be a very difficult gardening soil because it can get dry very quickly on the top and hold a lot of moisture when you don't want it to hold a lot of moisture. So I've added rabbit manure, which is like black gold to us on the homestead. Rabbit manure and fertilizer is so full of nutrients and minerals and vitamins for the soil, and it's just as good as worm casings or any other type of natural manure. So I added a really nice layer of that on top of all of the topsoil that we've expanded, and that will seep into the soil over the next few days, whether they're calling for rain. So that'll seep into the soil and enrich it constantly. We'll also grab some compost bags from our local farm store, organic compost, and put it in there and till it up, and that way it'll start getting that topsoil germinating with rich bacteria and nutrients. And then when it's all said and done, once I have the garden where I want it to be, I will add a huge layer of mulch on top. I prefer mulch for a small garden like this. If you're doing a much larger garden, you might decide to go with wood chips, but mulch is my choice. It holds moisture in, keeps weeds down, and I really think it's very pretty once it's all said and done. Not only are we adding animals and expanding gardens, but my new book, The Homesteader's Herbal Companion, just arrived in the mail last week. A lot of you are already getting it. I've already gotten some copies. I have some copies that I need to send out to some of you that ordered signed copies. I am really excited about this book. I'm going to do a separate video for you, walking you through the book, walking you through the process, and showing you how you can get it. You can still pre-order it. It doesn't officially launch until April 15th. So pre-order it now on Amazon or any other location, and you'll probably get it before it launches on the 15th. That's it from me this week. I hope that you're enjoying our gardening journey for spring 2018. I hope you get a copy of your book to help you along your herb gardening this year. Have a great day. Happy homesteading.